The year is 2025 and Europe finds itself in the throes of an unprecedented energy crisis. Energy prices have skyrocketed, impacting households and industries alike. The situation is a stark reminder of Europe's vulnerability and the urgent need for a sustainable energy strategy. The dependence on Russian gas, the rise of global energy competition, and the impact of climate change policies have all contributed to the current predicament. As winter approaches, the urgency to find solutions intensifies. Europe is at a crossroads, forced to confront its energy vulnerabilities and make tough choices for a secure and sustainable future. The reliance on fossil fuels, particularly natural gas, has left the continent vulnerable to geopolitical power plays and price volatility. The situation underscores the need to accelerate the transition to renewable energy sources and reduce dependence on energy imports. Rising energy prices have a disproportionate impact on low-income households, raising concerns about energy poverty and social unrest. Governments are under pressure to provide relief to citizens and businesses struggling with high energy bills. At the heart of Europe's energy crisis lies a strained partnership with Qatar, a major global supplier of liquefied natural gas. The EU's Corporate Sustainability Due Diligence Directive, aimed at promoting environmental, social and governance standards, has created friction with Qatar. Qatar views the EU directive as discriminatory and a challenge to its sovereignty. The country has warned that the new rules could jeopardize its investments in Europe and limit its ability to export liquefied natural gas. This has raised concerns in European capitals already grappling with dwindling energy supplies. The EU is now faced with the challenge of reconciling its climate ambitions with the need to maintain stable and affordable energy supplies. The strained relationship with Qatar underscores the need for Europe to diversify its energy sources and reduce its reliance on any single supplier. The EU is exploring various options, including increasing liquefied natural gas imports from other countries, accelerating the development of renewable energy sources, and promoting energy efficiency measures. However, each of these options comes with its own set of challenges and requires careful planning and execution. Adding fuel to the fire is the return of Donald Trump to the White House after winning the 2024 U.S. presidential election. Trump's America First energy policy, focused on maximizing U.S. energy production and exports, has put further strain on the global energy market. His administration has prioritized American energy companies and sought to renegotiate trade deals to favor U.S. interests. Trump's energy policies have had a ripple effect on Europe, which is now competing with other nations for a shrinking pool of affordable energy resources. The US has become a major exporter of liquefied natural gas in recent years, and while some of this gas has made its way to Europe, it has come at a premium price. The Trump administration's decision to withdraw from the Paris Agreement on climate change has also created tensions with Europe. The return of Trump has injected a new level of uncertainty into the global energy market. The EU is now faced with the challenge of navigating a more volatile and competitive energy landscape, while also pursuing its own climate and energy security goals. The energy crisis has brought to the fore a fundamental dilemma facing the European Union, balancing the pursuit of ambitious climate goals with the need to ensure energy security. The EU has set ambitious targets for reducing greenhouse gas emissions and transitioning to a low-carbon economy. However, the current crisis has highlighted the risks associated with a rapid shift away from fossil fuels without adequate alternative sources in place. The EU's Corporate Sustainability Due Diligence Directive, while well-intentioned, has created friction with key energy partners like Qatar. The situation underscores the need for a more nuanced and pragmatic approach to energy transition that takes into account geopolitical realities and the need for energy security. Some member states, particularly those heavily reliant on fossil fuels, have urged a more cautious approach, emphasizing the need to ensure energy affordability and security. Others, particularly those with ambitious climate goals, argue that the crisis underscores the urgency of accelerating the transition to renewables and reducing dependence on fossil fuels. The outcome of this debate will have significant implications for Europe's energy future and its ability to meet its climate commitments. Section 5. The broken pipeline, Russia and Ukraine's energy divorce. Further exacerbating Europe's energy woes is the complete cessation of Russian gas flows through Ukraine. Russia had been a major supplier of natural gas to Europe for decades, with Ukraine serving as a key transit country. However, years of deteriorating relations between Russia and Ukraine, culminating in the ongoing conflict, have brought this energy partnership to an abrupt end. The end of Russian gas flows through Ukraine has had a cascading effect on European energy markets. Countries heavily reliant on Russian gas, particularly those in Eastern and Central Europe, have been scrambling to find alternative sources of supply. This has led to a surge in demand for LNG, driving up prices and putting further strain on European energy budgets. The broken pipeline is also a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of energy security and geopolitical stability. Section 6. Eastward-bound Russia's energy pivot to Asia. In the wake of Western sanctions and the collapse of its energy relationship with Europe, Russia has embarked on a strategic pivot to Asia, seeking new markets for its vast energy resources. China and India, with their rapidly growing economies and insatiable thirst for energy, have emerged as key partners for Russia. This eastward energy pivot has significant implications for the global energy landscape. China, already the world's largest energy consumer, has seized the opportunity to secure long-term contracts for Russian oil and gas at discounted prices. This has provided a lifeline to the Russian economy, mitigating the impact of Western sanctions. India too has ramped up its imports of Russian energy, taking advantage of the discounted prices and reducing its reliance on traditional suppliers in the Middle East. The growing energy partnership between Russia and China has strengthened their bilateral ties and challenged the traditional dominance of the West in the global energy market. The eastward flow of Russian energy has also impacted European energy markets. Section 7. The Saudi Connection, a new energy alliance. Adding another layer of complexity to the global energy equation are the recent moves by Saudi Arabia, the world's largest oil exporter. In a surprising turn of events, Saudi Arabia has begun purchasing discounted Russian crude oil, a move that has raised eyebrows in Western capitals. This unexpected development has fueled speculation about a potential realignment of energy alliances and the emergence of a new energy order. Saudi Arabia's decision to buy Russian oil is driven by a combination of factors. First, the discounted prices offer an attractive opportunity for the kingdom to boost its own refining operations and increase its profit margins. Second, by purchasing Russian crude, Saudi Arabia can reserve more of its higher-grade oil for export at premium prices, further maximizing its revenues. Third, the move can be seen as a strategic maneuver to strengthen ties with Russia, a key player in the global energy market. The burgeoning energy relationship between Saudi Arabia and Russia has raised concerns in the West, particularly in the United States, which has long considered Saudi Arabia a close ally. The evolving relationship between Saudi Arabia and Russia will be a key factor to watch in the coming years, as it has the potential to reshape the balance of power in the global energy market. Section 8. Navigating the storm: Europe's energy future. As Europe grapples with its worst energy crisis in decades, the question on everyone's mind is, what comes next? The continent faces a complex and multifaceted challenge requiring a comprehensive and forward-looking strategy to ensure its energy security, affordability, and sustainability. In the short term, Europe must prioritize securing alternative sources of energy to replace lost Russian supplies. This includes increasing LNG imports from reliable partners, maximizing domestic energy production, and accelerating the deployment of renewable energy sources. Energy efficiency measures, such as promoting energy conservation and reducing energy waste, will also play a crucial role in mitigating the impact of the crisis. Looking ahead, Europe must accelerate its transition to a clean and sustainable energy system. This requires massive investments in renewable energy infrastructure, including wind, solar, hydro, and geothermal power. It also entails modernizing energy grids, developing energy storage solutions, and promoting energy efficiency across all sectors of the economy. The current crisis has underscored the need for greater energy independence and diversification of supply sources. By embracing innovation, cooperation, and a long-term vision, Europe can emerge from this crisis stronger and more resilient, paving the way for a secure, affordable, and sustainable energy future.